Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at the Meross MS600 presence sensor. Now we have all seen PIR sensors and also millimeter microwave sensors before, but not many devices combine these into a single device. PIR is cost effective, energy efficient, but struggles with stationary objects or high ambient temperatures. Millimeter microwave sensors excel at detecting subtle movements and presences, even through walls, which can cause its own issues, but consume more power and can be pricier. Combining them leverages PIR simplicity for quick motion detection and millimeter microwave for precision and presence detection. Well, Meross saw this hole in the market and have created the MS600, a PIR with a millimeter microwave sensor and an accurate luminosity sensor built in to give you the ultimate presence sensor. In this video, we'll run you through the features, the hardware, installation, and then in my conclusions, I'll let you know who this device is aimed at and if it's worth your hard-earned money. So let's dive on in and see if two are better than one. The single biggest feature of a presence sensor is the ability to detect presence accurately, consistently, and under all conditions. Now, with 99% of the presence sensors on the market that use PIR or microwave, they have a binary switch which tells you if there is presence or not. If it is a microwave sensor, then it might also tell you that where the movement is, how far away it is, and whether it is moving towards or away from the sensor. But it's basically just a switch with additional attributes that you might want to use. Here is where Meross adds their special sauce. Yes, it can tell you if presence has been detected, but it does this via an algorithm that combines the best features of the PIR and the microwave sensor. So you get the speed of detection of the PIR and the accuracy of the microwave combined to give you the most accurate detection possible. Now, most sensors of this type have a limited range, but not the MS600, which out of the box can detect 6 meters, but can be configured to detect all the way up to 12 meters. And I've tested it at that range and it actually works, although don't expect it to monitor somebody's breathing, just for simple presence. This device even allows for pet-proof motion detection via a simple and clever motion guard that can be attached to the bottom of the sensor. And all three sensors of PIR, microwave and luminosity are all available for integration through Amazon Alexa, Google Home, SmartThings, Apple HomeKit, and of course through Home Assistant, either through the Meross local LAN integration or via Matter. So you have the option of cloud or local integration straight out of the box to meet your personal preferences. The device uses 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi to connect and supports multiple security protocols to meet all needs, and can be used in operating temperatures of -10 degrees to 45 degrees C and 20% to 95% humidity, although it does not come with any waterproof rating, so this is an indoor sensor only. In the package, you get the MS600 presence sensor, a user manual, a wall power adapter to USB-A, and a USB-A to USB-C power cord, plus a pet-proof shield, some double-sided sticky tape for mounting, and 3 cable clips for cable mounting. The device is small and discreet at only 75mm tall, 34mm wide, and 78mm deep. At the top front is the PIR sensor with the usual golf ball style opaque lens arrangement. Around the lower section of the lens are the connection points for the included anti-pet detection trigger guard that is included and can be connected directly in front of the PIR lens sensor. On the lower section of the front is the 24 GHz radar that is hidden behind a plastic facade. On the side is the Matter QR code that we'll be using later, and at the rear is the recess for the USB-C plug that attaches to the included 1.5 meter USB-A to USB-C cable. To the left of the recess is the pairing button, more on that later. The rear cover attaches to the bottom of the device and acts as a unique mounting solution. This is a plate that has 360-degree hinge that affixes to a 90-degree fixing on the base of the device. This allows for many different angles of movement and mounting, hence keeping the device and the mounting all in one piece so they are not lost. This device has a few different ways to install and configure it. I'll be using the Meross application and also running through Matter, as I believe this is the future that all devices will migrate to over a period of time. I'll also be using an Apple TV as my Matter controller. You might use a different controller, but the steps will be the same. Download the Meross application, create an account and log in. Press the plus icon in the top right hand corner. Scroll down and select Smart Sensor and Alarm. Scroll down and select the MS600. Watch the installation video if required and press Next. Open the back of the device and insert the USB-C cable and press Next. Use the included cable guide if required and press Next. Plug in the USB-A end of the power cable into the provided power brick. You should now see an LED flash yellow and red. Press Next. The application will tell you about the Matter QR code that is located on the side of the device. Press Next. Select the platform for your Matter controller, in my case, Apple HomeKit. Press Next. Watch the installation for Matter on Apple HomeKit and press Next. Scan the Matter QR code on the side of the device. Press Add to Home to add the device to Apple HomeKit. Select a location for your device and press Continue. Enter the name of your device and press Continue. Enter the name for the light sensor and occupancy sensor, or leave as default and press Continue. Now press Done, followed by Done again, and you've completed your installation. Once you have added your device, it will automatically drop into the calibration routine. This is specifically for the microwave sensor, and it will help you map out the room to achieve the best results and should be completed. Press Side Wall Installation. Place your device in a location to take the best advantage of the range of the sensor as per the instructions on screen, and press Next after each step. Read through each section as this is important. The device will now calibrate itself specifically to your environments. This can take up to 2 minutes, so be patient. Now, if you have pets, add the pet detection guard. If not, you can leave this off. And finally, the calibration will tell you that you can adjust the detection range from within the application. This is important as out of the box it's set to detect 6 meters only, so if you want that extra range, you'll need to configure it as such. Now, as I've installed the device using the Meross application into the Apple HomeKit Matter controller, the device will also appear through the Meross LAN integration that we have previously installed. Open Home Assistant. You should see that a new notification has appeared. Select Notifications. Now select Check It Out. Now select the devices for the occupancy sensor. In Sensors, you can see various sensor attributes for the device. Although these are not explicitly documented, I believe that presence is the number of objects the sensor believes it is tracking, which shows as 2, although there is only 1. Let me know in the comments if you believe this is different. Then presence distance, which is the distance to the nearest tracked object, which I believe to be accurate. Then there's a presence times. This is the total number of detections since the last power restart. Then you have the most important entity, which is the sensor presence motion, which shows if there is occupancy based on the algorithm. And finally you get an illumination value in lux, which at the time of filming seems to be unavailable, although has been working perfectly up to this point and has been accurate also. I'll pin a comment below when I find out why. Next comes the configuration options. Now all of these attributes are mirrors of the settings that can be found within the Meross application. Apart from the detection distance, which is defaulted to 6 meters, I would leave these as is. Let me know in the comments if you'd like a specific video to cover the advanced option configuration. So the Meross MS600 dual PIR and microwave presence sensor, what do I think? So at the time of recording, I'm aware of 3 sensors that have dual PIR and microwave sensors in a single device. They are the Everything Presence Sensor 1 from Lewis, the Atom PS1, see the review in the pop-up above, and now the Meross MS600. I can't comment on the Everything Presence 1, but it does have some great reviews and comes in at $64 US. Compare this to $30 US for the MS600, and if you want the best bargain of the lot, the Atom PS1 comes in at $29. All prices exclude shipping and tariffs, as they are very fluid at the moment. Each of these have their strengths and weaknesses. The Everything Presence one is very configurable and is ESP32 based and aimed for the tinkerer. The Atom PS1 had some configuration and stability issues to start out, but is now cheap and reliable, but lacks the sophistication and offers shorter range and basic detection options. The MS600 is aimed more at the person that wants the sophistication of dual detection options and an algorithm to take care of which sensor to use. In my testing, I found that the MS600 is reliable and lived up to the claimed range. In fact, the only criticism I would have is that the PIR speed of detection is slower than expected and lacks multi-object tracking and zones. I'll be covering some new entrants into the market shortly that claim to have all these features, so it might be a good time to subscribe to the channel to not miss out on those videos. So is it worth it? Well, if you want to tinker, then the Every Presence one is the way to go. I believe the hype of the reviews are valid and it's an excellent device. If you want the cheapest on the market, then the Atom PS1 is still my favourite. But if you want to install, set and forget, especially via Matter with the Apple HomeKit integration, then the MS600 is a compelling argument and gets my vote. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then hit that like button, comment and share. And if you want to join other like-minded people, then why not join the Discord channel, where smart home enthusiasts meet to solve each other's problems. And if I've helped you make a purchasing decision, then maybe a super thanks or a PayPal donation. It's really appreciated. Until the next one.